Hello there, people of the interwebs! This is KM25, and you guys asked the questions, I got the answers. We have a total of, I believe, 16 questions, or 16 comments that had questions, because some of them have multiple questions, that you guys have asked, and I'm going to answer all of them in this video. I'm not going to go in any order according to the comments, I'm just going to go in the order I felt like having, because why not? When in doubt, have a random order. The first question is from Ang. Who or what is your biggest inspiration for making videos? Probably my biggest inspiration for making videos is either... It's going to be a mix of two people. It's going to be either Cypheron48 or Dark-Minded Sith. Both of them played a big part in me starting to do Let's Plays. I'll go more into detail about my background beforehand, but in a little bit, because there's another question similar to that, but we'll get to it when we get to it. But between the two, probably Dark-Minded Sith gave me a bit more inspiration, just because of his guide for Let's Players. Ang also asks, what do you use as an editing tool? I use Sony Vegas Pro. I used to use Sony Vegas Pro 11, now I'm using Sony Vegas Pro 13. Sklems Forever asks, why are first-person shooters a thing? Well, first-person shooters are generally a thing for people to, well, destroy everyone with. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, there are some other first-person shooter games that I really do love. I mean, Team Fortress 2 is a big one. Portal 2 and Portal alone, they're both first-person shooters, technically. So, they're part of the list. So if you want a reason for why first-person shooters are things, they're fun on occasion. Mr. Agar Authorites, will you ever do a video with Mr. Agar? Gee, that sounds excellent! It's not like I've ever done a video with you before. Octopus Joey asks, who or what got you into Super Mario 64 ROM hacks? Okay, this is going to be part of the long story I mentioned earlier. To start, it's sort of weird how it starts out. So, when I first started out doing YouTube videos, I originally started out by making Mario 64 Machinima. Now, I was really big into watching people who did that, so I was like, oh hey, maybe I should try it. So, I made one video for Machinima. Or not for Machinima, for myself. And, yeah, it didn't turn out that great. I started doing like a second episode for that series and then quickly realized how much work I was going to put into it, how much time I was taking up. I wanted to get episodes out quicker and quicker, and Machinima was taking up too much of my time. So as I was looking for like new stuff into doing the Machinima, I found a couple of ROM hacks that I really wanted to try out. The first was Kaiser Mario 64. Yes, Kaiser Mario 64 was probably the first ROM hack I've ever played. And it's honestly not one of my favorites anymore, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But yeah, I first saw that from Omega Edge's channel, which I'm sorry, he disappeared too. But can't do much about that. And then the second one I found was Missing Stars. Yes, I played them in the exact order I found them. First it was Kaiser Mario, then it was Missing Stars, and then I played Star Road. Yeah, okay, I think I covered everything in that question. And then eventually, I guess, over time, because I realized that Machinima wasn't my thing, I decided, hey, let's try Let's Playing, because I found a video from Dark-Minded Sith. Yay! 8-Bit Sonic 1, by the way, I love your remixes of our Triforce Versus stuff. Seriously, thank you for doing that. Would you ever have a guest on Triforce Versus? You can probably guess what I'm alluding to. Okay, this question, I'm still kind of iffy on. Now, personally, I would love to have like a 4-person versus on Triforce Versus, just to have one person as a guest, kind of like how Runaway Guys has a guest on their channel. We haven't really discussed it though, is the thing. If I were to guess, if we had more time, because well, we've kind of been running low on time recently. And we could fit in all of our schedules along with the other person's schedule, I think we could make it work. I'll probably bring it up to them at some point, but unless they watch this video, they might, but yeah. Tough question, that's all I'm going to say. For right now, assume we probably won't allow guests on, but that can change. That can change. Okay, I might as well just not even bother saying his username just because I know his first name. Andrew asks, what's Triforce Versus' next unreleased series? As if you don't already know. Okay, well, if you give me permission to go ahead and spoil it, I might as well. Our next series that will be coming up is going to be... Son of a bitch, how does that even work? Braden Van Meter, or BW Game Guy, asks, or says, more like in this case, K-Man, K has 3 lines in it. 3. Half-Life 3 is a game people really want to exist. People. Existence. People want to exist. So they can live. Live. Life. Adolf Hitler made people's lives generally terrible. Terrible. The Illuminati is terrible. K-Man 2495 is Illuminati confirmed. How does that make sense? I have no clue. Then again, it's the Illuminati. Alright, I have 2 questions. How do you only have 200 subscribers, and how is it in the Illuminati? Okay, well, first question, how do I only have 200 subscribers? Well, first off, I don't upload too often, unfortunately. I want to try to change that, but because college is a thing, yeah, it's kind of tough. As for how it is in the Illuminati, well, if I told you that, I'd have to kill you. Okay, here's another guy, I might as well just say the name of. Dave asks, how could I have messed up the keys so bad? Also, keys. Oh. Sorry, I had a bit of a... Ugh, bad memory. Blastoff 10,000 asks, do you think that Spaceman 64, me, Spaceman 64 is a friend I know, he's on Twitch, is good at video games and or funny at all? Okay, well, first off, I haven't actually seen you play any sort of games on your Twitch channel, so I do not have an answer for that first question. However, for the second question as to how if you're funny, I'd have to say yes. You are pretty funny. Hound Doom of Doom asks, can I ask you if I can ask you a question? Okay, well, I guess you're asking me if you can ask a question, in which case the answer is yes. But then again, if you're asking me to ask a question. Mazerns, hey, friendly face. Mazerns has 3 different questions. The first one is, do I have a girlfriend? I do not have a girlfriend, I am single. I'm a college gamer, what do you expect? His second question is, do you hate yellow penguins if it's not Pittsburgh? You see my shirt? Okay, but if it's not the Pittsburgh Penguins, I still have to say I would hate yellow penguins. Why? Because that means that the Penguins are pissed on, and that is just gross. His third question is, can you go and take a dump? Happy? And finally, Geometry Dash, also known as Pixel Gun, yes, he told me that in the comments, is, what is your favorite phrase that you've ever said, such as bleh? Oh god, I'm not gonna remember all my good phrases. I mean, bleh was a very good one because it was very spontaneous and it was really funny to say, honestly. I mean, just think about it. Bleh! I mean, it either freaks people out or it just gets you in the Halloween mood. Orange or black. As far as my favorite phrase... Honestly, I've been thinking about this question all week. I still don't have a proper answer to this one. I mean, a phrase I have been using recently a lot is logic, but I don't really want to say that's my favorite entirely. I mean, let me go through the list that I have, at least that I remember in my head, because oftentimes I forget my catchphrases. Logic is one of them. Bleh is another good one. What else do I say a lot? I cannot remember half of them. Holy shit. I'm terrible. Okay, of the 2 I remember, bleh is probably the better one, in my opinion. The last question he asked, along with a little comment after... Actually, I'll address the comment first. Geometry Dash is a game. You should try it out or look it on my channel and see what it is. Okay, you want to ask me what Geometry Dash is? Well, I have it on my phone. Yeah, I know what Geometry Dash is, don't worry. I'm not that out of the loop. I just didn't know if you want me to call you Geometry Dash or Pixel Gun in the previous video. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, now I know to call you Pixel Gun. Perfect. His other question is, what college do you go to? Phone! His other question is, what college do you go to? I can't tell you. It's a secret. No one must know. Okay. In all seriousness, I go to Penn State University in, obviously, Pennsylvania. That's why my Skype says I'm from Pennsylvania. Yay. You'll never know where I live, though, so no one can stalk me. Alright, thank you guys so much for the questions. It's really been a blast trying to answer these, especially some of the harder ones. I'm still sitting here trying to think of a good catchphrase I've ever said. But I may plan on doing this again at some point. I don't know if I will or not. I may sometime in the future. If you want to preemptively leave more questions in the comments of this video, you can. I may leave something in... I may put another video up just saying I'll be doing another one of these in the future, but definitely something I can do pretty quickly for the most part. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I swear to God I will try to get Nightmare Part 3 out sometime within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try my best, okay? I mean, right now I have no work as far as this week goes. Next week I have an exam, but that's on Monday. And then I might have a coding project I need to do as well. Yay, work! Alright, so other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, have a good night, y'all.